The game called Away, the survival series, has some side quests and things you can do after you finish the story, and one of those is to visit 2 different bunkers. So this video will cover the second of those bunkers, and I did have a bit of trouble with this one. I think one of the things was I hadn't worked out a crucial thing to get through across to the bunker, and the other thing was the game itself made navigating over to there quite difficult at times. But I'll let you know more once the video progresses a bit. The first part of this is pretty easy, and I wouldn't hang around too long on the ground because there's some really annoying spiders here. So you just need to head across to that log that's leaning against the barbed wire fence and climb up that. And once you're across the fence, then you just need to glide to the cylindrical looking building structure. And if you do happen to fall down onto the ground, that's not a worry. You can just climb up by jumping up on top of the crates, and you can get up no problem at all. Now, inside that cylindrical structure, there is a hologram, but we won't be collecting it in this video. So as I mentioned in my video for Bunker 1, that where the blue wires connect onto buildings and poles, there's a bit of a pain point. And once you're on the blue wires, that's fine. You won't fall off, just like you don't normally fall off trees. But that's where they connect that's the problem. So when you're going past this pole in the middle here, just be really careful, otherwise the sugar glider will tend to want to climb up the pole, like a tree, I guess. And I'm just going to stop the video at the end of these blue wires just to explain something. In the video for Bunker 1, you probably noticed that when we were crossing on the blue wires, there was 3 seagulls or gulls sitting on the wires. And they didn't really bother the sugar glider at all. In fact, they flew away when he approached. Now, on Bunker 2, instead of the seagulls, you've got an eagle. And he just sits there, and believe me, you cannot get past him. If you try and approach him, he'll attack you and kill you. You can't climb up the pole and try and sneak past him. You can't glide across the water underneath. There's really no way to get past him at all. And no matter how much I tried, I couldn't work out how to get past him. And then I finally worked out that you had to do something to scare the eagle away. Now you'll notice that the wind turbine is sparking, and that's the clue that you need. So now I've just stopped the video so you can see that in front of the sugar glider there's a stick that's stuck in the wind turbine. Now what you have to do is actually remove the stick so that the turbine turns. However, when you do that, of course, the electricity starts up, and that means the blue wires are live and will start sparking. So that means that it's more difficult to cross the blue wires. And once you only get a couple of hits, and then it actually kills the sugar glider. So you have to time it just right so that you don't get too many of those sparks hitting you. It will scare the eagle off, thankfully, so that's good. You don't have to worry about that. Once you get past where the eagle is and approaching the land on the other side, you don't have to go all the way to the end of the blue wires. And in fact, I wouldn't even recommend that you do, because it's usually hard to get off the blue wires at the end. What you need to do is just get close enough to the land and just jump and glide across to the land. And that way you'll avoid some of the blue sparks as well. So after you've activated the wind turbine, you need to get off the turbine onto the blue wires again. Just be really, really careful, because the number of times I fell off when trying to get onto the wires is just unbelievable. You might actually be better just jumping onto the wires, even though it seems risky, because if you do fall, you'll have to do the whole journey again, and you'll have 2 sets of blue wires then to climb along, which is not fun.